Live, live, live. Golly, is it humid in here? Start eating. Oh, somebody already on. Morning, Christina. I'm getting feeding, usual scenario. Waiting for people to get on. I'm coming. We got here 4 people on. Hey. All right. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing a bunch of talk. Gotcha. Good morning. Hi, this week. Man, Zach. Wow. Morning, morning. All right. Here we go. I'm feeding a little bit. Just got done putting 6 of the jumbo boxes, which is more like 12 of the regular boxes away. So lots of fish. Something fishy. Millions of fish. Tons of fish. Oh. Just gotta eat though. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Another minute. Not coming. Bear with me a moment. Wow, got a few people on. Maximum effort, yeah. It's so hot and humid in here, it's unbelievable. Ooh. 9 things. All right, let's see. I need a drink. Nice coffee. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I could use some help, but I don't know. I'm not the only one complaining about help. Everybody, the trades, police, safety forces, you name it. Even companies that pay well. Where's your bang? No, I got super coffee mint. I kind of alternate. This is really good. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, I had sleep. I get up. Old man pee time like 2-3 times. It was like 3:30, and then I had to get up early to pick up fish. End up voting. There's Howie. He's already tired. Well, let's go look around. Some goldfish, fantails, sarsassas, and loaches. A couple black ghosts left. Shrimp. I just put some food in there. These guys are cute. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Still not too many super red bushy nose. Like 2.5, 3 inch. Little bitty bushy nose. I might be getting some longfins. Oh, I must have forgot to put a wafer in there. Extra one right there. Boom. So those guys will be all over. Check these out. This is a cross. 66 King Tiger and a 260 Queen Arabesque. It's hard to see. They're about 2 inches. They're absolutely gorgeous. I think I want to keep one. There's only 191 beacon left. They're fighting over the wafers. Daria Loaches, and then these 398 Pangolis, Tanqui, Pleco, whatever. The Bino Gibiceps, which get to be bigger. I'm keeping one. The Gold Nuggets. Looking good. The Zaire Moba Fritosis. I wonder if that female's still holding. I didn't pull her. Oh! She's no longer holding. There's a baby Moba in there. Holy crap. Oh, there's another one. Aren't they cute? I knew this. She's a young female. So, guaranteed breeding colony, Zaire Moba. Wild. I should take the $200 back off discount. But I'll leave it $200 off. That's awesome. So, Tiger Barbs, nice male red, Nistris bushy nose. Love these guys. Ruby green, or ruby barbs, not ruby greens. F1 Parachromos nigerpinus. They get really nice. These are not really a schooler. They're kind of like a cave. They'll be upside down and under overhangs and stuff like that. Really pretty fish. That's a good one to breed. Anything at this Congos. I hate when my toes, my shoes, my socks got wet. So annoying. We finally got some Decorus in. Tank rays, 2 inchers. Maybe even more than that. They're already eating. I threw some wafer in there. These are cool. I'll probably keep one. I got some that are 20, 25 years old. They're like 12, 14 inches. Because they get air. They were rushing up the top. I'm feeding them extreme food, breaking wafers up. They love those wafers. And they go up and they get some air in their mouth, which is not good. Because if they swallow it, it gets in their bladder, then it's a problem. F1 capillary Regani, I love these Regani. Inkfin Calvus, looking sweet. Dude, look at these, black Calvus, F1s. 2.5 inch roughly. Looks like they're like a paired off right now. They're going inside this broken ornament. Tropheus. Doot. Lots and lots of Tanganikans, F1 Daffodils, Shelleys. Oh, these are so dang on cute. Upside down catfish babies. Awesome. These are great. You gotta buy these like in a group. They're more active as a schooler. 50 of them in. There's some Zaire Kapampa left. We sold some. 1, 2. How many is there? 3? 6 left. 6 left, and I do have some more coming up. I'm not sure what size they are. No MOBAs. I've missed. There's some babies in the tank there, and I've missed this. I don't catch or holding. Peacocks, phenomenal peacocks. Oh, look at that guy. There's more of those. There's more of those. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of all kinds of peacocks. We got probably more cichlids than anybody in the state, probably combined. These are new. Featherfin Euryptus, haven't had these in a while. Great catfish. Get that long dorsal. They're tough cats. Average 8 inches, maybe 10. Live a long time. Some Mozzies, 7-bar Kagomas, Amorii. There's another Sino in there, the wild Astingmas, group of Longola ventralis, the Rampochromis, big guy, needs a home, discounted. Look at those beautiful big Helianthus Congo sunflowers. Gold Severums, they're not priced. Barbs. They're getting low on Severums. These Pinecone L152 plecos are really cool. I think we got 3 left, 4 left. We had 6. We sold a couple of them. The Gold Dust Mollies, 3 swords left. Green swords, discounted. Need to move them out. Peacock Gudgeons, female bettas, sass snails, little teeny gold barbs, unbelievable. Put discount on those. That's new in there. They came in coming to rough. The Fenestratus. Lost a couple Pandagars. They're all fighting over the wafer. Sturbis, the lemon spot, red. These are the sand tiger loaches, which are awesome. The Para big spots. We've been selling them. Great pleco. Rabbit foot snails. They breed, so we sell them as we get some young from them. Peppercorys, platies, gold touchers, green neons. Then you got Psittacus, Buenos Aires, Jewel cichlids blowout, less than half price. Yarus, head and tail like tetras, more tetras, the blue, Acaras. Plants are getting low, that's next. Lots of rams, yo-yo loaches, crabs. My phone's, let me turn that down before it goes crazy. This is new. Cuban cichlids. Haven't had these in a while. They're about 3 inches or so. Awesome Central American. Great fish. I bred them before when I had this as a hatchery. We only have a handful of Dobie eyes left. They're only 99 cents. Regular $10 each for 2 inch. These are new. And today, Argentes. Love that fish. I got a couple big ones at home. My big tank. They're like a silvery-ish purple or whatever with the specks and the band across the face. These are 2-inch plus probably. I don't know prices yet. Stadetneri, I haven't had those in a while. Red Hump Geophagus are cool. I've bred those in the past. Give me a little aggressive. I love these. The balls and eyes, 3-inch. Everything guy, what's happening? Yes, Argente are awesome. Chocolates, red tails, and we finally got Nickerwentz, which they call it the macaw cichlid. I had those freaking 100 years ago. They're nice. The female is actually really pretty, and these are really nice strain of Red Point Honduran. So nice and blue sheen. Green Terrors, we got these $20, $10 off. We need to get them sold because they're fighting. I don't know how these guys are doing. These Fenestratus, they came in a little rough. The Yaru were gone. Then we got Platinum Cons and Tiger Dollars. Lots of South Central American cichlids. One flower horn. Other guys didn't make it. Oh, the Midas. Nice strain. Like mine. Young ones was at 2-inchers. So we got these Labiatus. That's a rare Geophagus you don't see. Really unique. Still got angels. We're getting kind of low. Community fish is going to be on the to-do list next, I guess. What else? This is Friday stuff. More Morii. Got some super deals going on. Red Top Aristochromis. Lots of nice haps. Tons of peacocks. Lemon jakes. Trimaculatus. Trimax. Awesome fish. Get green, black, red, blood red eyes. They're a mean one. That helped make the flower horns. One of the crosses. The Shuri Elongatus are looking awesome. I need to get me a trio or a quad. There he is. Syndonus Angelicus. I think I got 4 or 5 in. 6-inchers probably. There's a Euryptus. I like those. There's Angelicus. Chubby. Look at that. They're like chocolate with yellow spots. Not full grown. They can get about double that maybe. So, one there, one there. Oh, we got the, they're about 2.5, 3-inch. I'm missing some fish. I know I ordered some large balls and eyes and small jaguars. These are a cross between Euryptus and Angelicus. I really like them. A few of those in. So there's some things didn't show up. They're obviously out of them or something. I don't know. What else? Oh. Do you have a tank you seal it back up or no a video? I do not have anything for repairing a tank. If it's glass, you try to avoid the bead in between the glass. If it's nice and solid in there, you clean out the outer bead, rubbing alcohol, straight cut that out, and make sure you use aquarium silicone. 100% silicone doesn't mean it's 100% silicone. Now they mark them. Back in the day, they didn't mark them. I had a horror story when I got back into retail, and I was renting a little place before I bought the building over there. And fish, I got 2 shipments of fish, and they all were dying. And my buddy's like, "What did you use to glue the filters in?" And pulled the caulk out, and it has mildew resistant. So technically, it wasn't 100% silicone. They put an additive in there. So I only use like aquarium grade stuff now. I just it's meant for aquariums. Man, is he on fire? That rivals saltwater right there, people. I tell you, African cichlids, you can't beat him. He is phenomenal. Love the Xerox. It's trying to probably breed those little females. Borlei, Cadengos are great. Hey, Thomas. But Google it. We got some young ones from these guys. The Strigatus. A few babies about 2 inches. Peacocks. Bicolors, sunshines. Oh, there's another Angelicus. Nagara flametails and red peacocks. So, still got some bettas left. No, freaking out. That's a sunshine group for my breeders. These tangerine tigers are not. We sold some. These are going pretty quick. There's what, 3 males left. I need to sell 2 females and a male. I don't know if I should breed them. Oh, there's 4 males, 2 females. So, yep. Baby Moba Fritosas in there. Well, those are mine. I want those. Babies won't be for sale. I'm keeping those for future breeders. So, what else? The Loaches. Oh yeah, there they go. They got their wafer. They're happy. Oh, those plecos are phenomenal. Good morning, Thomas. The big girl? What big girl? Oh, the Dovii? The bitch? Karen? If you're in Central Americans, there's some Doviis right there. 99 cents each. That one's like 2.5, 3 inches. Cubans, they just came in. Tetracanthus, Fenestratus, Argentes. Those are South American. Geo, the Stackneri, Red Humps, the Balzanais, the Macaw, Niger Wentz. I don't know if it's changed the name. They've been around forever though. And the Honduran Red Points, Midas. So more Geos, Labiatus, Trimaculatus, Trimax, Beast, and a turtle. Like, feed me, Dad. I'm hungry. Still got some discus, mostly the reds. There's the bi-level, looking good. Oh, there's a par. Everybody asked about that pleco. He's so active. He's out. One of the nicest plecos, and we finally got small ones in. Emperor, I don't have Bertha. The original Bertha's long gone. She used to be in here at the old store. Big Altifons, Tiger Dollar, Ripsaw, and an Arwani Soldier Cat is in here. But I do have, and then I had B2 that was in here, and she passed. My original Bertha, I had her, 11 years, 13 years, something like that. I was bummed when I lost her. She was a bitch. Drew blood. But I do have a young one that's about 6, 7, 8 inches. There's the Dovii female. That's a, we just call her Karen. Look at her. Mean. She's going to need a dental plan. Busting her jaw on that glass. So there's a 60 breeder. Got one left. 55. 120 still. These flex kits. Somebody buy those, man. I can't sell them any less. And this, right here, $250. You can't even buy these online and ship cheaper than what I'm selling for here. So, lots of stuff. Lots of plant stuff, substrates, you name it. Pretty much got it. Look at all this crazy, awesome wood. We are stacked. We got more stuff. It's kind of dangerous because it's been slow. And but we're keeping our store stocked more than anybody else, I think. Everybody's slow in the industry. We got 20% off on the Tidal filters and the OpClear filters. So OpClears and Tidal filters are 20% off. So getting a little low on Pleco caves. Oh, that reminds me, I got cases. Those are popular, those big tubes with the holes. People with eels and catfish and plecos, cichlids, whatever, love those big tubes. Got the 50% off on Penplex stuff. 20% off resin decoration. We got a lot of it. More stuff coming. 20% off the API. There's 20% off of Prime. So a lot of Prime. So, what's left of Fritz, half off there. Tons of whatever. We got it. We got probably anything anybody needs. Look at the ships, tanks, kits. We're out of FX4. That's an empty box. 1 9-gallon left. 1 15-gallon left, I think. Or no, there's only 2 9-gallons. It looks like. I don't think we have a 15 flex. We got the 32s. Plenty of 32s. What else? What's dangerous? Spec. Yeah. Oh, there's another spec. There's the bigger spec. 1 white, 1 black. Also, we got 2 9-gallon flex left. No more 15s. 32s. So, and we get these other cool, inexpensive kits. Super duper price compared to anybody else. What's dangerous? The Dovii female over there. She's dangerous. OAS filters. We do have some FX6. I'll be doing a Fluvalhagen order in probably a couple weeks. So those big yellows are nice. I think there was a female holding in there somewhere. Everything's a little stirred up. So yeah, look at the Jellicus, man. That was a fatty. Doot. Still eating on the wafers. Deepwater lectures are great. So yeah, I gotta work on prices. Oh, those are small lectures. I gotta price those still. Forgot. What else? Lots of fish, man. Lots of fish. That big fire eel. That tiger, I'm going to be getting the Tiger Morays, like 7 more. So that one's up for grabs. Somebody wants it. These guys are already fighting. Red hump, Stachner Igophagus. These are sweet. A little stressed right now. Gotta dose everything. I use Stress Guard, X, whatever. So, Blue Craze. Got the albino arowana. Awesome. Prices come way down on those. They're like $500 when they first came around. There's another new one coming, I think. In the pipeline, another variant. Lawanda. We got 1 male Lawanda left. We got some young ones though. All right, back to my mug. Let's see. I'm missing some stuff here. Dead Nature. Sales and sales and rams in the store. I need to get fish food soon. Yep, got rams. Lots of rams. Jellicus. Decorum. Decorus. Hold on. I don't know the prices yet. Actually, I didn't even get an invoice. I was supposed to get it yesterday and did not get it. Where'd they go? Oh, right here. Kind of dark tank. They're cool. Decorus are awesome catfish. They get big spots. 8-inch would be small, up to 12-inch, but I think I got one that's about 14. And the 265 in the wall at the dojo, and then I got one at home in my 350. They're old. They get along pretty good. The Angelicus, I'd only have one in the tank. They don't always play well with each other. They get kind of ornery. So, and then the upside down cats. I want some of those. I don't know where I'd put them. I've seen those. I've seen some aquariums do a couple times like had like 100 of these in like a corner, like a couple 100-gallon tank with some live like jungle val plants and wood. It was really cool, and all those. These are the Jaguars. They're a hybrid. They're a hybrid between Angelicus and a Euryptus. So there's one of the Euryptus, or no, the Angelicus. I think I got 4 of the Angelicus. I thought I ordered more. So 1, 2. Yeah, right there's another one. Trying to hide. There he goes. He fits in that pipe. So those should go pretty good. $15 off on these peacocks. So I got some deals, some a little bit older stock, I guess. Look at the size of that green phantom. Probably 7 inches, 8 inches. Beast. I'm gonna keep some of these blue under and red points. Maybe raise. I need to get my 500-gallon tank from my buddy's shop and get that up. And I just want to throw like 300, 500 fish in there and throw them out. Put them small. Keep a couple and sell the rest. So, all right, let me see. Synodontists are awesome, man. Zach. I don't know how many I have. I have a lot. I've been collecting Synodontists for ever. My oldest Synodontis is like 31 years old, I think, this year. Yeah. Mike Thomas, which is huge. He's with the Arowanas. He's probably about 18 with the Arowanas. They don't put up with each other's shit. I have another one that was smaller, and those two, it was like 2 Mike Tysons fighting each other. You'd hear when I had them originally in my 350 at home, I'd actually hear upstairs their jaws snapping when they were fighting. It was crazy. That cat is no joke. So I have a Graniosus, which is in here somewhere. Graniosus, multipunctatus, petricola. I lost my Solani at home in the corner tank. Don't know why. Never hardly seen them. They just start coming out once in a while. What I have? Schultzetni, Decorus, Angelicus. What else? I got some other ones. I can't even know the name. Lucipinus, I think they're all the same thing. I don't know. I still call them petricolas. They kind of say whether or not they're different. There's maybe slight differences or size difference, very minimal. What else I got? I did have a Burchardi, but you never see those. The Jag, that's a different hybrid. Let's see. Valentine. I'm trying to think. I got another one at home. I don't know what it is. And I got one on the wall takeover. I don't know what it is. So I got 11 different types, I think, of Synodontis. I don't even know how many there are. Matter of fact. Yes, they're good. That's another one that do good in a group. They're not troublemakers. Other than when they want to breed, they get annoying to a mouth brooder because they sometimes try to spawn with them. I found that out when I first started breeding them, and it was by accident. They're in a 110 Oceanic 5-foot tank in my first house. I pulled I had a Taiwan Reef female, not that big. Went to pull her out. The tank was kind of decorated because it's kind of in the living room behind my couch on the one wall. I think I had wood and rocks and Anubias plants. It was set up nice. So catching fish was a pain in the ass in there when you have something that's nice. But I caught that female. She had a big mouthful. It's like she's ready to blow. And I used the spec jars. And I open her mouth and shake her. And this little dark head hit the bottom with a couple little whiskers. And I'm like, what the frick? holy crap, it's a Sin and Oz cat. It was I had a pair in there, a multipunctatus, and that was my first one. And then I ended up with 47 total in 2 months, I think, if I remember. And another time, she had 17 baby multipunctatus, heads and tails, little whiskers. They almost look like they're albino at first. So they eat the eggs of the cichlids, whatever. They grow fairly rapidly. And then I had ACIs that held them, regular purple ACIs. And one time they kind of quit breeding. And I found out the cichlids get smart, or they just quit. The cichlids will quit breeding once they realize these catfish are aliens, whatever, and inducing their, realize what they're doing. So I one time seen the ACIs. I had like a branch of the wood coming up near the top. The tank is 26 inches. And I don't know if I was looking over, I just walking in, and I seen the ACIs wanting to do the dance. And they're going up the wood like they're trying to breed up on top of this wood, which was really odd. But here comes the multipunctatus pair right behind them. And they're wanting to get in on the action so they can run in there and deposit their eggs, and the ACI would pick up the multipunctatus. It's an invasive parasitic catfish. They need a host. So that's why I realized they quit breeding, and the cichlids, they quit. They just stopped after like 2 months. And then I knew a guy, he's long gone, used to come back shows back in the day, and he was like one of the first breeding Sino guys, I used to call him, older guy. I remember him telling me he had 275 setups, and he was using Philibborni, Labotropius philibborni, which is odd. They're aggressive, they're beautiful, especially the OB type. I don't remember which ones he had. The OBs, the MCAT, whatever you want to call them, Marmalade Cat ones, or I think the prettier ones, the males get colored, multicolored. I don't know if he had 2 different sets in the 75. He'd take the pair of cats, multipunctatus, and go every other month back and forth. So it would give the cichlids a break 1 month. So and he was breeding them like crazy. So I get from my farmer, I seen the breeders, they were in like a, holy crap, that thing was one of those metal trough aluminum things, huge, big one, probably 3,000 gallons, and big, like 100 of them in there. From Florida. Good morning. Cutlets, it's Luds, that's how you say it. Sorry. So I don't know what he's using as a host. I don't remember. I know he had him with like Pertosa one time. I know I was down on the farm, had a huge colony of MOBAs, big like my Kapampa, monsters, beautiful because everything's like kind of algae green and the sunlight, and puddles. And he was gonna sell me those things because he said they don't breed. It would cost a fortune to get those up here. It would be like 1 per box. That's how big they were. Males were 15 inches probably. Females 8, 10 or something. They were monsters. And then I'm looking, and you have to look at the top view. They're not in a tank. They're in a huge one of these pools. And I'm like, actually, there's a female with a big mouthful right now. He's like, where, Rick? down Florida, southern Florida. He's like, holy crap. I'm like, you got one holding right now, a big mouthful, whatever. They're no more for sale. I do the same thing. No longer for sale. Keeping them. Those babies just paid for that colony. So, they don't produce. People, I have good luck. Somewhere wood, breeding Pertosas. I have a Zyre Katoomba holding. Finally. It's been 2-3 years maybe since they've spawned. I know I did a good cleaning, moved some stuff around, did the Oclair 110, and did a couple extra water changes. I don't know if that instigated it. I feed the same. everything's kind of routine over there in the hatchery. So that was a pleasant surprise. Hopefully she holds in the term. To their heads and tails. I do have a Maswa I think I have to pull today. That's another good one. I have some babies. I think they're about ready. Those kind of haven't spawned in a while. There was a couple babies showed up in the tank here and there. That's a different one. I don't know if they ever been imported again. It's more built like the Kagoma, Burundi, but the finnage, and they have a different look. You see like the males, when they're young, they're like bright white and black bars. Not a lot of blue, but I really like the fish. The male is huge, the finnage and the hump. He's got such a great look. So I do have a batch that are about ready. Once I move those things from a 5-10 gallon to like a 30 breeder, 45 or frag tank or something, man, they spurt of growth. So I got to move a bunch of other stuff over there. Actually, I forgot. I got actually more fish. I don't know if my customer, the guy that ordered the umbies, they're in this box. And then I got some F1 red panamensis. I haven't seen those in a long time. Dan, my guys, got the wild breeders. They're tiny though. They're small. I'll sell them. I want to probably keep a couple. I got a young Rostratus, another Central American, awesome fish. I had them here before, not common. A lot of people don't give these guys, some of these fish, a lot of love that they deserve, but a lot of people just don't know the fish, so they pass them up, especially when they're young. They don't have much color. Bigger takes are easier. You know, you could skip a water change depending on the fish. You know, if it's discus or something or Oscars, you need to do water changes a lot and have big filtration. But bigger tanks are more stable, less apt to, like, you know, go sideways and a problem unless the whole filter, your power goes out for a while. But they're bigger tanks are more stable, water quality stays stable, temperature stable. And fish, then compatibility and all that stuff with all the fish you can put in the tank. So less limits. Oh my gosh. So anywho, the roof is finally done, but I've seen some bad spots. He left his lips there. Excuse me. Man, good day for coffee. How you stay there? It is actually nice out. Holy crap, it's so humid. There's some, we're outside. Fritosa's on the window. I'm getting a Fritosa tattoo. It's in the works. But can you see? Yeah. Oh. Man, it's clear. Right. Gates closed. But this stuff is like a rubber like coating. It is like it's like guaranteed supposedly for life. And they put multiple coats, silicone rubber, and it's supposed to help insulate it, all that stuff. I hope so with this metal building. I just hit somebody with a big message. I have a question for you. Do you think the hobby is dying? My father, who's from Cleveland, would talk about the clubs there, the shows, and trading information about the hobby. Interesting question. Here in Florida, it seems like every is trying to get rich off their breeding. Yeah, good luck with that. Well, I hate to be a down. I'm a realist. Anybody knows me. I'm not sure who you are. More people know me than I know them. That's typical here. I've been in this for frickin' ever. The hobby's in trouble, guys. It's in trouble. It's not going to go away totally, but it is kind of dying. It is. It is a little bit. Well, I was talking to the guy from the airport early this morning. I talk about business all the time. A lot of friends. One of my farmers, breeders, is getting out of it. Mexico fish. You could thank social media for making people believe they can get rich by being a home breeder. Yeah, no. I've been in this now 46 years. Whew. Started working at Penn Street when I was 15. So that was 39 years ago. Was that 1984? I started working at Petland in RMS. And then my first stores, and I started maintenance business first. Then the retail in 1992. Been in a long time, and I've been around and know a lot of people in it. But it's scary. It's not. I was doing well. Out of my parents' basement, I had 33 tanks, and there was no internet, no cell phones, no nothing. You actually had to physically. And back then, there was mom and pop shops everywhere. Every city had one or two little corner mom and pops. Some specialized in, angels. They had their little niches. Kind of like me. Nothing big, but they're everywhere. And I would just go and sell my fish, trade them in. Me and my guy Dan from Cichlids of America, whatever, Central American guy. It's not what it used to be. And I started off like just bringing stuff in. And I have customers. Christina brings in stuff to get food. I have another guy that's a retired dentist. Breeds for the hobby, the fun, and it just needs just to pay for itself basically with whatever he needs. Filter cartridges, a tub of food, whatever. And I started that way, and then I started selling like basically wholesale. A bigger store around here was my biggest customer. A couple other shops. I had a niche for Furtosas. I don't know why. It's why they've grown on me so much. My first Furtosa came from Mr. Sealong, which stopped in here. I never go in his house. I was probably 14, maybe 15. And I bought one little Burundi Furtosa, I think, for like $15 or something. And that was my first Furtosa. This one. That was only one kind of Furtosa. There was not any known anything else. But I was making. I didn't think about it. You don't think about it until later in life. And it's like, wow, I was making pretty good money. Wholesaling them like $5 a piece, and trophies Du Bois. Du Bois back then, the spotty guys. And those were two great fish. I bred Julies, a bunch of tangs. I bred electric blues and yellows, a lot of things. But the Tanganyikans were kind of probably bringing in the some good money. I mean, back in the day, auctions they were a lot better for the seller. They didn't have like expensive like 30% plus a buck a bag, and now they get flooded with so much stuff. It downgrades your fish, and if it's a good fish, you end up losing money. Yes. So this is a good conversation, I guess. Like I've been saying this for a while. Why we're a dying breed is we don't have kids. The youth. I say 30 and over. Guy Dan, he says 40. So give or take. It's so far and few. We get a couple, and some of these kids, not thanks to internet, they're on this YouTube, whatever, and it's amazing. Some of these kids would be great employees, or could own their own store. They know more than half the people that's ever probably worked for me. They just start rattling off all kinds of stuff, They're like a sponge, and but that's like 1 out of 100 maybe. I use, I don't know this actual statistics, whatever. That'd be a good um, thing, the industry or somebody to question, do a whatever, and get an idea. I know in the trade magazines, freshwater hobby has been kind of pretty stable the last few years. It hasn't really gone down, but it hasn't like gone up. It's, probably more people have more tanks that we don't really know. A lot of you guys have more than one tank. You have 5 tanks, 10 tanks. So it's the addiction part. But maybe not as many households keep fish. People are busy. You got both parents working, single parents, or whatever. Kids got video games, cell phones. And I said this, I probably don't have the magazine. I was interviewed a few years ago in a trade magazine, and I remember the call came in. They're out of California, I think. And it's like multiple tank syndrome, Israel. Yep, MTS. And, that's how it got me going more and more, because I was breeding. I was like, I need more tanks. This is great. I got more babies. Mom, Dad, I need another tank. It's like, I can't kill the babies. So they interviewed me like they were, he starts off thinking, our competition as an independent store was PetSmart, Petco, 2 biggest outfits, chains, and they're detrimental to the hobby, in my opinion. But they might be the only ones left down the road. So I'm like, no, you're crazy. I said, they make me look good. They send customers my way. I've had many employees, whatever, say, oh, you want cichlids? Somebody just said that yesterday. They like 3 different people told him, you got to go see Dave. You're in any cichlids, we're known for cichlids, go see him, whatever. So another store, maybe a couple other people online, I don't know, referred him, and he was like, holy crap, I got more cichlids than anybody, probably more fish than anybody right now. Everybody's so slow, the farms are slow. The industry is like really taking a beating lately, but we're all fighting inflation, which is higher than they freaking say in the media, on news. I'll tell you that right now. Our food, our gas, everything costs more. Our utilities, it sucks. We're all in the same boat. If you're super rich, that, like Dan says, F you rich, it don't matter to them. They lose $10 million. It's a drop in a bucket. The super rich, higher end, they'll just wait till it comes back, whatever. I think most hobbies' goal is to breed enough to have self-sustaining fishery, but you will not really be able to quit your day job without investing in a breeding facility. Yes, Mexicali, fish keeper. It's and here's the thing. It's 7 days a week. Bingo. And here's another major problem that me and Dan were just talking about yesterday. Me and him talk almost every day. And another one of my farmers, Rick, you've kind of seen him on some other YouTube things. He's mentioned me a number of times. I've been down there before most YouTubers even probably knew they exist or even got an invite. He usually don't let many people on their farm. I was like one of the early ones, but I'm not this technology thing. I know I missed the boat. Someone asked, why don't you sell online? Why don't you do more YouTube? I'm like, I don't know. There's just me. Not enough me. And there's not enough help. And that's a big problem with the industry, is getting help. Down there, the farms, and it's 7 days a week. But here's one of the big issues is me, Dan, Rick has been in it for over 50 years. Another couple of my suppliers, breeders, they're up in their 60s, late 60s. They're getting tired. It's too much work. It's a husband and a wife, maybe one employee, and you can't leave. One's got to stay. It's a lot of stress because shit can go sideways. Something gets sick. You lose a whole pond or a whole batch of fish could be $1,000, thousands of dollars. You know, I personally can't. It's hard to still deal with, even though I've been doing it all my life. I'd rather have a healthy fish, sell it, and make a profit, pay bills, and buy more toys, whatever. Or, you know, I got my son's college. Well, you know, dead fish happen. This is not a lot, but a few. There's a big one out there in the box outside. That's gonna start smelling wonderful. I can smell that fish through walls. So once a lot of these old timers, I'm not really old timer, mid-50s almost, but once we go, the industry is going to take a huge hit. Yes, and that's it's 7 days a week. I'm here every Christmas, Thanksgiving. There's too much to risk the loss. And then I have all the tanks over there. There's like 350, I think actually 310 are running. I could have about 400 tanks running. I've been taking tanks down, like S2, because I want to do something on a different business. I just want to have the big display tanks, get my 500 gallon in, get the 340. I want to get that up. I need to level it. It's not quite level. It's ready to go in place. I want to get my big arowanas, the big catfish, the big black belt dollars. I'm going to put them all in that tank as a display. That'll free up the 150 to 240 4x4 tank. Another big tank. I could use as just grow outs to raise stuff. But I'm cutting back. This year I've had more empty tanks with no fish in them than I've had in years. Usually I'm always needing more tanks. Now I'm going the different direction. I'm trying to simplify my life, make it easier. I can't find help, so I just told the guys at the airport, I'm like, I want to KISS, keep it simple, stupid. I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. I'm falling apart, arthritis and whatever. So, but now I'm working more. So, I think, and there's other problems going on. You got the government. Florida's in trouble. I don't know when the next hearing is. There's another hearing. They want to ban pretty much anything imported in the state of Florida. Anything exotic, non-native. And they've had problems for years, and I've talked about this before. The peacock bass has probably brought them $100 million, though. People going in southern Florida, whatever, catching exotics. It's open different sport fishing, which I might go down next month. Rick wants me to come down the farm. Dan's never been there, so I might go fly in, stay with him a couple days, and then head down south and go fishing for some big cichlids, the canals and Everglades or something would be cool. But lose a train of thought. Dang nabbit. See, I'm getting old. 1, 2 first questions. Oh, sorry, what did I do there? Spacing. Oh, I've done that. That's what, when I used to do saltwater, I had some, and I had to go every day. I mean, it could be good money. I mean, you're in and out in 15 minutes. You feed a little bit. They had some corals, whatever, saltwater fish, 75. The ones that could afford to pay someone to come in every day to check the tanks. That's like a young couple asked about saltwater yesterday. I said, if you're retired and you have money, then do saltwater. But if you're busy and you want to go on trips, whatever, leave on weekends, don't have a saltwater reef tank or a salt tank, in my opinion. I mean, they're easier than they were when I was in it 40 plus years ago. But you could get monitors, you can have cameras on it, you can control it from your phone, whatever, and stuff like that. But something goes wrong, it really goes wrong with saltwater. Yeah, well, I've had some jobs when I was talking about Surf Pro. these outfits. I had a job like that. I actually boarded the fish. I've done that a handful of times and charge a daily rate. But yeah, and I made some good money off of it, you know. But and you make them sign a waiver. It's like you can't be responsible. You gotta be have the right terminology written beforehand. But we are a dying breed, and Florida's in trouble. If they would pass that, that will kill a giant portion of the industry, because Florida is a main hub, especially from South Central America, Europe, and Africa, for imports. You know, they have a lot of the USDA inspections and all that stuff. Port of entry, Miami, the main one, and so if you can't bring that stuff in and turn it to sell, or you for breeding purposes, it's going to be, so whatever's left, you know, they'll breed it out till there's no more, and whatever's up here, I mean, there could be a flip side for some to breed stuff beyond Florida. Other stuff would have to come through California, New York, but your choices and your availability will take a huge hit. But I don't know. There's a lot of factors going on, and it's just expense, insurance, the utility bills is a killer. I mean, you guys have a handful of tanks, the garage, your basement, whatever. This blower is probably about $100 at least a month just to run the blower. That bigger blower, they're on a 220 line. That's a half. That's a 1, I think. That's probably $150 a month. My utilities are around about $2,000 a month to have the fish business right now. So, and now my insurance went up, so almost $600 a month for just insurance. And property tax is another $600 something. So you're 12. There's $3,200. What else? Oh, frickin' Spectrum is raising all my rates. $200 something dollars. That's 36, 38, 4. What else? I mean, you can't get away with beyond labor, and $4,000 or $5,000 a month is it. I mean, there's no way around it, kind of. That's another one. A lot of my, you know, people say I'm grumpy. I go home, and the woman in the family's like, "You're always grumpy when you come home." Well, I'm like all day dealing with like people, phone calls, whatever. I gotta go make 10,000 phone calls after this. Insurance companies trying to get new insurance, buying a new internet service, which I don't have no choice between AT&T and Spectrum, and I hate both of them. And so, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm about done. There's no. I'm actually want to sell the East Side maintenance service. It's 2 days a month. There are some good accounts. There's a couple that are like sporadic, like I'm doing tomorrow morning. They don't want people, just anybody in their house. They're awesome people, well off, they're business owners, and they're getting tired. They're in their 60s, and they have a company, and it's the same thing, employees, whatever, and construction, landscape, whatever, but they must do like $1 million jobs or something, but they're struggling. And they rely on Mexicans. They ship them on visas, like 30 of them in a year. And he's had trouble where it was delayed for like 2 months. So all his work gets backed up for 2 months. So not just this business. It's a lot of us older people, 50s, 60s, 70s, are on their way out. So I want to sell the East Side maintenance. But I'll probably end up having a couple counts I'll just do once in a while. I hate driving out. A lot of you guys are not from around here, but East side is the snow belt you get in certain areas, and there could be an inch of snow here and 2 feet of snow over there. And driving in the winter and the traffic, all that makes me grumpy. Oh, what are you doing? Get out of the way! Learn, get your driver's license from Cracker Jack Box. Get out of my way, you stupid idiot! Whatever. I rant. I hate. They always complain about the people driving around. Yeah. Dealing with the public. People. No offense. A lot of people are idiots. Stupid. Arrogant. Just cheap or full of crap. Weird. I mean, you name it. I've about seen it, dealt with it, from the littlest, weirdest to the richest, and everything in between. That's all I said about the hobby. I have a painting I bought at the mall once. There's like dolphins and saltwater fish and a turtle, and honor diversity. And I always said that was one thing that was always cool about this hobby is the diversity of people in it. It used to be young, hardly any young now, but different. Howie, you all right? Getting bored. Different races, religions, whatever it was. It's a universal love. Now, women, I think it seemed like they've gotten more into the hobby than in the past. I don't think there was females. Yeah, I don't know what there's any data on that, but I don't think they ask if they any of their polls. But they do age groups. I remember. I have to look back. There's usually a yearly report in one of the trade magazines. But it seems like a lot more women got in the hobby the last few years than I can remember in the past. So usually it was a guy-dominated hobby. Back to that trade magazine. So he's like, oh, you got a lot to say. Let me email you, and we'll correspond that. And I said, everything is competition. Not just fish, not just a pet store, not PetSmart, Petco. I mean, you got Amazon, you got internet. I said, but you're competing against a million other different products now. Cell phones, video games, electronics, 500 different types of cars, cable. I mean, there's so much stuff in our life that people, in other hobbies, like, my fish hobby is my business. I've been a fish, I say a hobby's by blood, but, last few years, I got more into pew and tactical stuff, and, something else I like doing, and I really got more into it over the years. I don't go to the range anymore. Because of COVID, everything, prices went through the roof, the cost. So now I used to go every week to the range. I love shooting just on my own. During the day, nobody would be there because everybody's working. Stop there between maintenance or on my way here. And, it was just nice. I could stay there as long as I was a member and talk to the guys and, something outside what I do 24/7 pretty much, fish. So and other things, I like obviously karate, trying to do the dojo, which that's another challenge. We're back to one student, year and a half. It's depressing. Talk to another. Here's another example. A guy, a friend, we used to go help teach in the sparring class. Been doing it for over 30 years. He's about done. Probably wanting to sell his school. He's in his upper 60s. I think Don, if he could do it, he'd just golf every day. He loves golfing. That's his new passion, I guess. But it's been slow even with the karate school. More women make a small commission and store credit for sales. Yeah, I'm all for that. I did a women's self-defense class a couple weeks ago. That went pretty well. I had 10 was like moms and daughters. They wanted to learn some stuff before the girls went to college. I was supposed to do another one. They couldn't make it, a friend or somebody, and I said at least get 6 or 8 people minimum, and did it on a Sunday evening. So I could do something like that. Do a Sunday evening here, girls' night, like the night in the museum, girls' night at the fish store. But the karate thing, you're same thing. You're competing with other sports, kids doing other sports. But I blame the parents. You know, no offense if your parents out there, you bring. I feel like I should just be a therapist and just listen to the whatever and charge by the minute. Then cry. You know, bring them to martial arts. You know, RAD is respect and discipline. That's what it means. And they want to bring in their kids, keep them out of trouble, give them something to do, exercise, able to defend themselves, learn respect, discipline, all this stuff. But if you don't practice it at home of some sort, you just make it hard. I mean, I've been told that. I'm kind of like military, and I could be, I got a big mouth. I could yell, and I'm loud, and I've had parents complain in the past, teaching some classes and stuff, kids and stuff, that I was like too hard on them. And Jerry would be like, no. And most parents like me because the kids were like, okay, sorry, Mr. Hale, whatever. I didn't tolerate too much BS, There's a borderline, and but now parents are lazy. I don't, and I'm finding around here, you got a lot of single parents, divorced parents, so they have kids, sometimes they don't. Just a lot of stuff, both work, they don't have time, but they want their kids to do something. Karate you could do all your life. I belong on a Facebook page, Old Farts Martial Arts or something. It's pretty cool. I don't engage too much, but I hear, there's a lot of questions. There's people in their late 60s or just started in their 60s, 50s getting into karate, which is great. You don't have to be some Bruce Lee, whatever, Chuck Norris going into karate. I mean, has other benefits, flexibility, losing weight and exercising and health and self-defense, whatever. And it's fun, You could do it all your life. A lot of sports, you could want to be in the NFL. 99.9% is not going to end up in NFL, NBA, or whatever, pro sports, or on the whatever. So martial arts is my other love, and but it's became a struggle to get people in. I don't do contracts. I'm fair price like anybody else. I can be a little harsh, but I'm not a babysitter. I'm not a daycare. But I don't know. So that's been a struggle, and that's been kind of my plan of retirement. But as far as my store, I don't know yet. Time will tell. I might sell in the near future. It's got to be the right buyer. I don't want to hear it. That's the whole thing. That's why I kind of got back into retail. Customers I run into, I still was breeding stuff and selling some basic, buy stuff bulk and food, whatever. And that's why I got out of my house, because I got tired of people showing up at my door. My little elderly neighbors thought I was a drug dealer. I'm just pimping fish. And that's why I ended up renting a little storefront for a while. And then next thing you know, I quit the city job, the police department, went back and bought my own building. And I said, I'm going to own my own building, have rental. People don't realize I'm not rich from this business. And then you go back and you look back. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but other times I'm like, man, I wish I had paid vacation, a retirement plan. I don't have medical. I have it through Mylin. Thank goodness she works for the government county. So I tell people always, people ask how you do this, how you've been in business so long. I tell people, if you get in this business as an independent, as a mom and pop shop, the other person, the other half, whatever, male, female, whoever it is, better have a good paying job, benefits, 401k, whatever, and hospitalization that can carry that, and then you have your little mom and pop business of whatever it is. Because especially in this business, so the support of family. I mean, it's taken a lot of years to get to this point. Service business can make a lot of money. I turn it down more than anything because I physically can't do it by myself. I turned down just a week ago moving a 75 and a 20 gallon from one city over, 15 minutes away or something. But right now, my son, we were supposed to deliver and install that 75, which is not working out. So he's going to come and get it and do it himself. I'm like, you got 2 weeks. My son's going to school, and I have nobody else. It's just right now, Adam and I. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And that brings up a point, racking my brain. I'm lucky I even sleep anymore. So when I have to take off on that Friday to move Dylan to college, OU, which is like, some of you guys are from elsewhere, 3.5 hours away, roughly, southern Ohio. So that's an all-day thing. We got to get there. We have a time for it. We have between 3 and 5 to move him in. They want you in and out because there's probably another 1,000 they got scheduling. Thousands of kids coming in freshman year and then juniors, whatever. So I wanted to stay in a hotel, and then they're like back and forth. And now I can't because there's nobody at all. At Saturday, got to have more than 2, maybe 3 people. So Saturday we have someone that helps out right now. But so I'm gonna be coming back like probably by midnight, and then get up 4 or 5 in the morning. But I'm gonna miss Friday, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. So, and a lot of people are full of shit when they apply for jobs. They can tell you anything in the world. Doesn't mean it's true. They don't really know. I mean, it's amazing how I've had this. They get them in here and they're like, they don't know much. Or they know one thing. Well, that's better than anything. If they know just basic filtration, heater, chemistry, maintenance, at least that. Some people are not into cichlids. It's a plus if it's cichlids here, but they're more in the community fish or plant tanks, which is fine. At least you have some knowledge of maintaining an aquarium and treating if there's a disease or sickness or something or compatibility issues. But yeah, some come in and they really don't know anything. It's odd. So BSers. And problem is, we're a minimum wage job pretty much. So I can't we're down, last month, July, down 22% compared to last July. And summers are already slow, so that's even slower. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If I end up selling something fishy or the store itself, I don't know about the name. That's I got a lot to think about, and I'm thinking a lot about it. How I'm going to go about it. I have ideas. Obviously, there's going to be a lease to rent this building. You get the whole building pretty much. So, selling the store, I'm not going to be financing. RMS got burned like $250,000 on their East Side store. The guy left the country. So they had to put liens against the wife's stuff. I know a lot of stuff that's happened. I could write a freaking book. I think I'm going to do a book. I've been thinking about that. Doing my life story as a fish guy, fish store owner, fish geek, whatever, and do on the YouTube channel and do I wrote notes how I do a book, how I open a fish store for dummies or whatever, but do just a segment, my history, life, 46 years, and do it that way. That'd be just easy instead of trying to edit and type and have a book print or whatever. I don't know. Beyond me. So, yeah, I don't want somebody in here that's going to destroy it. A business that's been a good business. I don't want. Well, Dave, man, they suck, man. They jacked all the prices. It's not the same. I wish you still owned the store. They suck. I rather hear them like, oh man, they're awesome. They're doing great. That's, whatever. So, whoever, it's not like a investment thing. A non-owner occupied business. It's got to be an owner occupied business. That's what I'm saying, because you need to be on top of it. The more you work, the more money you make. So, I mean, you could expand the hours. You're not doing like me. I have multiple things: the building, the product, the maintenance business. So that's why I don't do online, because it's not enough time and not enough me, and it's just the workload. Just I can't update a list every day. But there's a lot of opportunity to make more, do more. It's got to be the right fit. And one of my ideas is I still want to breed, especially, obviously my Furtosis. If I keep the hatchery, I want to supply my store when I sell it eventually. I want to be a supplier of the cichlids, right down the street. You can't beat that. You don't have to deal with the airlines. I might increase my breeding and basically just wholesaling to the store, and just money to help pay the bills and spending money, whatever, and build eventually some kind of retirement. But that would be the ideal scenario. That's my thought process on it. But I got to talk to a lawyer and my CPA and got to put it all together. But it's a commitment. Just like I talked about the maintenance business. I sell that. You don't take off. You don't call off. You have to. It's set every freaking Wednesday because the dentist's office is closed. It's better to be in a consistent thing. Now, if you have something planned ahead, like I'm going out of the country, I cram in the maintenance the week before or after, and you have to delegate or communicate with the client, all that stuff way ahead of time. So they like consistency. They don't want to hassle. They're paying you good money to service the aquarium. Don't be a headache. There's enough headaches of running a business, a doctor's office, or whatever it is. The aquarium is supposed to bring joy and to clients, customers, the employees, the owner, whatever. It's supposed to help relieve stress. So don't make it a stressful thing to them, or they just don't want it. So, but you can average, 75, 50 would be on the low end, up to $100 an hour in the service business on average. So there's a lot of money to make in a service, but it gets tedious. Like I'm tired. Like I said, I don't like driving out in the winter. I hate driving with all the idiots that are driving out there on the highways. So yeah, I get that, and that's the same. That's basically the same idea with if I sell the store eventually, is the service business on east side, maybe eventually the west side, is I want to be the supplier. Basically, they can come and store, buy wholesale fish, so I don't have to leave. I could be here. Before, I like doing the maintenance. I like being out. I don't like being stuck at one place all day. I was always a fidgety person, so maintenance service is awesome for me because I just see different people. Most of the clients and women in the office are always glad to say, "Hey, fish guy, how's it going?" And I still talk to them. And I have a mom. Sometimes I'm cleaning takes in the house. I eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich with the kids or whatever. And the dogs love me, so I'm bringing dog treats. So there's always some BS crap clients, but I don't deal with that anymore. I kick them to the curb. You know, I have that ability because I can. Early on, you kind of bite your lip, your tongue, and just. And one thing is getting paid. That's a lot of businesses is getting paid on a timely fashion. Some are just horrible at paying, and sometimes if it's a government backed like the health services, whatever, they have to rely on county and state funds, and they're behind. So then I'm on the bottom of the barrel cleaning the fish tanks to get a check, and I know I'll get it. It's just going to take 60 days to get it or whatever instead of 10, 15 days of how I like it. But yeah, but if I do this, the maintenance part of the package deal, buying it, I will be doing the training with the individual, whoever buys it, for 2 to 3 months. You'll be basically shadowing me and learning the ropes, taking notes, and all that stuff. And a no-compete contract probably be signed. So it'll be in writing, all legal type stuff, whatever, and then you should have success, whatever. And part of the package is I want to be, like if I refer the new person jobs or installs, like I sell tanks up, I get a percentage. We'll have to work on those little details, some kind of commission, throw me a bone, I'm getting you all this business, which calls all the time. So I can increase you could be easily be making $100,000 a year on East Side alone. Right? Yeah, you should be able to make about $100,000 a year, easy, in the East Side. But you got to build it up, and you got to get the jobs, and you get up to that point, you're going to have another help. The most I ever done most I've ever done on a steady basis was 70 accounts a month, one person. So pretty much Monday through Thursday. Fridays I kept open for installs, deliveries, and stuff. And Monday through Thursday on a regular basis when I was at my peak. I mean, I had one account where the loan was $1,000 a month. That was lease. You also lease tanks too. And I have contracts and package deals that are different than probably most. And but you build a rapport, and you gotta be an honest person. You can't be a thief. You're going to people's homes, companies, offices. I've been set up. I guarantee I was set up at some of these places before. I see a $50 bill sitting on the counter. Nobody's home. They give me a door opener, key, or code in the garage, or whatever it is, and just randomly see stuff. And I always figured it was a test to see if I was an honest, a good person they could trust in their home. And never ever would I do anything like that. The trust and respect is a natural high for me. So you build up a rapport. That's why I have some clients I've already mentioned, and they're like, no, we just want you, Dave. We don't want nobody else. Blah blah. One of my oldest clients that I ended up giving up on was 29 years. But I got a lot of clients for 10, 15, 20 years. So that's a long time to consistently be a service to a client that long. A lot of people are flipper floppers, whatever. So yeah. So anybody that's seriously interested, we'll have to have a chat. And if I could do something and load it before end of November, before winter, maybe, or come early spring, we'll see. A lot of things, in my opinion, I was talking about the business industry. I was talking to a rep yesterday. I talked to reps, and I got some good rapport with some reps. really good. And I hear down low because they're dealing with different states and stores and whatever else, and they said everybody's like it's slowed down so much. It's you're just waiting for the busy season, school to be kids get back to school. End of September, October, it should start picking up. So everybody's like got their fingers crossed. But I think, in my opinion, this winter is going to be a do or die for a lot of stores. Did I lose some people? I'm sorry if I'm not boring you. I gotta get done. Holy, this is an hour and 30. Holy shit! How can I talk so much? Sorry. More coffee. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's gonna be a do or die winter. If some I've known or hear about some, they're borderline. I was told not too long ago, one was somewhere, not even like a year, 2 years, young guy, opened a store and was trying to get a loan. I'm going to say right now, if you're already in financial troubles and bills or whatever, a bank right now is not going to give you a loan. So I can't see them be like, well, wait a minute, let's see your business plan, let's see your financials, whatever. You gotta have a CPA, whatever. You should have an accountant, unless you're, whiz in that stuff or have a degree in it already. But hire the right people, because that's not my field. I was not a school person. I'm not somebody that sit down. Not a fan of school. Dylan, he got that from his mom. I'm not stupid, but common sense, respect, and I guess street smart maybe. But if you don't know something, hire somebody that does, or have somebody on your team that does, or whatever. So, yeah. So I know rents have gone up on everything, residential and commercial. A lot of stores, a lot of property owners and stuff took a beating over COVID, not getting rent, businesses going out, closing up, whatever. So they're not making it. They're not making enough money. I heard one just recently had to go back to work, whatever. They're gonna get burned out if you're doing it all. Like if I had a full-time job, 40 hours somewhere else, and then this too, yeah, you're gonna not like fish tanks by the end of the day. You're gonna get burned out, and you're not getting rich. It's fine as a hobby, breeding in your basement, flipping some fish, paying for the food and supplies, whatever. Keep it simple. So, yeah, it's. I think there's gonna be a lot of businesses closing up by spring. If especially seasonal, this business, if some of these guys don't break in and know how to manage their money, so typically make the money in the winter. It's a winter hobby. It's a winter business. We're basically seasonal. In 4, 5, 6 months, you need to rake in the dough, make the money, make double payments. I'm like 817 last score. I'm in the 800 credit score. I pay my freaking bills, double, triple, whatever. I don't like that looming. I don't like to pay interest. I don't like to pay late fees. That's why I've gotten this far also, is because I paid my debts. Even when I went out of business, I was liable for like 15 grand on the bank that my parents co-signed, whatever it was, against whatever a CD I borrowed against, and the money, whatever. Sometimes I was able just to pay the interest for a while and make extra payments, whatever, pay on the principal, whatever. But I paid that bill, never late, didn't miss a bill, and before anybody knew credit score, I knew about it because I took real estate investing a couple semesters at the local college, whatever, and so I'm credit worthy. Even like suppliers, I get terms. They probably don't give terms to hardly anybody anymore. But I've been in business for 32 years, whatever. So I make sure my bills, even when I was going out of business before, I still paid my bills. I'm buying that silly green pigeon over there, which I want to get rid of. I'm done with Poco. Me and him's ready to. I about knocked him out the other day, coming and trying to attack me. He don't like me anymore. So he says I'm talking to him, talking about him. Yeah, I don't know. I've done taking care of him. It sucks. Let's see. He's born in '93. I've had him since '94. But somebody else that can give him more attention, that, I don't know, different atmosphere. But me and him's gone at it. I tried to get the stick, put him up, and he comes racing and tries to bite me. I give him a peanut butter pretzel treat, whatever. Most of the time he'll just take it nicely. It's been a number of times. The other day, he was going up, he reached around trying to grab my finger, like a stinking bird. So, anyway, got a few people on. So, yeah, got into the business topic. Needs to be said. The industry, we need kids. If there's not a whole nother group following up the pipeline, the ladder, or whatever, there's going to be less and less in the hobby. And I think we're oversaturated in the industry. Here's another problem, like Mexico, whatever, wherever you are, so I'm not going back. Sorry. Here's the other major issue is, and somebody just getting into this or getting in the business, it's not going to be a stressor, I'd say, or a thing compared to me that's been in it for so long and knows how it was before internet and before pharmaceutical companies and candy bar companies and battery companies and lawn care companies and jelly companies buying up the pet industry. It was independent manufacturer, independent distributors, independent retailers. That was, to me, the good old days. And better product, better service, better people. Now you have these giants that own most of the industry. And they buy companies. I said, talking to a customer about it, it's like, a lot of people don't realize it. It's like Pretty Woman, Richard Gere, what his company, buying companies, pieces and parts of it, or buying your competition and eliminating it. There's been a ton of that. PetSmart, Petco, buying the biggest online. Chewy was bought by PetSmart for like multi-billions of dollars. PetSmart bought Chewy. That guy never even made a single dime in like 5 years. Selling cheap. Now the prices are slowly rise, shipping costs, whatever. That's another thing going on. UPS, now you got Yellow, just filed bankruptcy. The shipping issues are going to get bigger and bigger because there's not enough people driving trucks and the costs keep going up, the fuel and all the other shit. So, and labor costs. Labor costs is killing us. Need people working at minimum wage jobs. Plain and simple. You have a tier system. You work your way up, you make more money. I didn't stay at McDonald's for a living. I moved on and did other things, construction, some factory work, pet fish store business in the winters, whatever. So the sky's the limit in this country. People are not putting a gun to your head and say you had to work at minimum wage all your life. That's your own. Well, actually, you can make money in benefits, become a manager or whatever in any of these fast food chains, whatever, stores. But live within your means. But we spend money on so much other stuff. We have so much more stuff to buy. Before, we didn't have dollar stores, so really we didn't have a million different stores, million different internet companies. We buy everything. I got 10,000 hats. Really, do I need 10,000 hats? No. Well, we do need 10,000 fish, right? You gotta buy fish. But yeah, I don't know. Industry's, I don't think it's going away. Definitely not going away. But there'll be less of us in it. So, it's going to get a little more leaner. Your PetSmart, Petco, Pets by Plus is up there now in the top 5. And they're franchising all over. There's a few other chains in other states, but those are the ones that will probably be around more and more and longer. Just what it is. They're huge. They have big budgets. They're Wall Street traded investments, whatever. And that's another thing people don't realize. The guy who I was talking to, same side about the subject, is this is my thought process over the years. I analyze things. I love aspect of business. And sometimes I had someone that told me I should go work at the vocational center, like the pet thing or like business. I don't have a degree or nothing, but from experience and why these companies have gone into the pet segment is the pet segment is not looked at by the Fed, the government, as a monopolizing business industry. Not like airlines or maybe pharmaceutical or whatever it is, consumables or something or whatever it is that's auto industry, whatever, they don't want something monopolizing and controlling the market, which is a lot of that anyway. So I think some of these companies have branched out to other business entities, the pet industry, something else, tools, whatever it is. They've gone into other segments to grow into $1 billion industry company under an umbrella of different things. And it's obviously investor, Wall Street back type stuff. So they get it's all about numbers. They don't care about us. They say they care about independence. I think they're full of shit. Those CEOs smoking that cigar on that golf course or on that yacht, having a martini, they don't give two shits about me. They don't, it's all about numbers. It's got, I have a visitor coming to get the guy's lifts from the roof. Shit. Well, at least I'm here. The gate I can open now. So that means gotta go. So anyway, yeah, I talk about if somebody wants to talk more about business industry, I do another show just on that. But yeah, I don't know. It's right now I don't have a crystal ball. Usually I could tell things seasonal times, but it's been different. COVID is now become the biggest problem issue. What it has done to not just this business, a lot of businesses, the industry, our livelihoods, our costs, whatever it is. I call it viral warfare, and somebody won, and it wasn't everyday people like us, working class, whatever, taxpayers, small business owners, whatever. We seem to taking the beating because of it. So that's my thoughts. So I don't know. We'll see. But all right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out. Talked your ear off, and holy crap, almost 2 hours. I can't remember doing a 2-hour show, almost. But we got a lot of nice fish. We are stacked, packed, full of fish. Cichlids galore, African, Central American, South American, community fish, oddball stuff, plecos, yeah, and tons of products, supplies for a little shop. I got a lot in here. So, and keeping my prices low. Some things have gone up, and I'm not raising the price. I'm trying not to. I raised the maintenance on each side. I just raised it because my insurance went up. Business insurance went 25. I had food prices, everything, the media prices, the conditioners, everything that I use, maintenance equipment, everything's gone up. So I've raised some prices up on some service accounts all on east side because it's more time and more travel and everything else out there. So Yeah, I'm trying to hold it steady. I get it, you know, I'm in the same boat, so I wanted people to stay in the hobby for life, you know, get somebody else in the hobby. Um, it's a great hobby though, you know, even though I've been in it all my life, it's still, I think, worth it. But we're got some bumps in the roads. So everybody take care. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. I'm only like 1,550 subscribers or something. I don't know when you get paid. I think I could get paid on something. I don't understand this stuff. So, you know, that's a whole other ball game. Maybe I do more. I get out of the retail part, and I could have some more time to get into this. Maybe I'd ship some, like seasonal, spring and summer when I used to do it before. People ask all the time, "Hey, do you ship? Do you ship?" I'm like, no, I don't have time. Like maybe here and there certain stuff, but maybe I could open some other doors if I'm not focused on, you know, the main focus being pulled in here. So we'll see what happens. But all right, gotta go. Y'all take care now. Bye bye.